We got my dog Chucky Workclothes is in the building. Man, we got the dog, man. King of the South, man, in Indy, bruh. Talk to me. How you been, bruh?
Man, chilling, man. Pleasure to be here. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, you a busy man. It's kind of rough getting you down here, man. I'm glad you took the time out.
Yeah, nah, I the last time when I was supposed to come down here, man, I had so much stuff going on that day, but that's when I hit you. I said, nah, I'm going down there to do that one, man.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you came to the GOATed.
Yeah,
Came to get GOATed.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm a fan of this, man. Like I said, I've been watching it.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. We got to pick him up in the building.
Yeah, shit.
Always late, but think he on time. We got to pick him up in the building.
Always.
Man, well, what we doing today? What we doing, man?
Man, sure, we're going to sit and talk to Chuck, man. Long time coming, long time friend, long time partner, long time brother, man. So, man, this is a special one for me, too.
Yeah. I actually met you, met Chucky through you, man. Yeah, he was a real genuine person when I first met him, man. So you don't really get too many people that's genuine, man. And he ain't never changed since I know him, you know.
Nah, that's why I'm grateful for y'all, man. That's why I'm here.
Sure. Grateful for you too, man. Shout out to being loyal, bro. Shout out to being the original Chuck. You know what I'm saying?
About for real.
Man, let's talk about the music though, man. You've been doing a lot of music. I've been seeing you working, man.
Yeah, man, you know, just picking my spots, doing a couple, you know, little out of town shows here and there, you know, whenever they call for me, whenever it makes sense. But I actually got it'll be my first like solo project in a couple years. I've done some collab tapes and stuff like that. But yeah, Granddaddy Work, The Count of South Nap, Volume 1 is coming out on the 25th, man.
Okay. 25th?
August 25th.
August 25th. Go get it. Go support. Boy, you got a crazy support system. So make sure you go support August 25th. Man, let's talk more, man. So I've been watching you, and like a lot of artists seem like they have to come to the Southside. If they come to the Southside, they got to go through Chucky Workclothes. And I've been seeing a lot of artists that's making a name for themselves in Indy. They had to holler at you. How that feel, man? Like,
man, it feels good, but Pick 'em Up was there, you was there, so you've seen things, man. We did so many things unselfishly to establish a physical platform that most of the time was a stage for a lot of people to come through.
correct.
The scene doesn't seem like it's quite as alive as it once was.
Yeah.
I think a lot of stuff changed since COVID, but I think it's slowly but surely, man, it's coming back.
Yeah.
And you know, a person don't necessarily have to go through me to do anything. They can holler at me, you know, if it's right and we can make it happen. And you know, maybe they like what I do, I like what they do. That's when we, you know, make things happen. But at the end of the day, whatever we do, whatever we're showing, it's showing another person they can do the same thing too.
Right.
You know, so that's important.
Right. I think Chucky, humbly speaking, they really got to come through Chucky on the South Side to get through. I see it with my own eyes.
Well, you know,
Even I had to come through him, you know. Even I had to come when I wanted to come on South Side to do something. I had to holler at Chucky, man. I'm just being real, you know. We don't go there.
I
so
appreciate
I know
that.
he humble, but I'm gonna be the one that let it be known.
Well, you know, we always had to make our own things happen because we just couldn't sit around and wait on nobody, man. We might be waiting forever, or it never happened at all.
Never happened at all. So let's moving forward. Like you got something, you got a deal, right?
Yeah. Let's see. That would have been like.
That was a minute.
2013, 14. It's been about 10 years ago now. Yeah, I had a situation with RBC Records, man, with M80, who you know, used to be in Indianapolis. Now he's in LA. He's pretty much like a renowned A&R and just done a lot of shit like on the business side, legal side of stuff, man. Early on, that was like early, you know what I mean? So I was able to do the song with E40 and in my mind, was making a lot of stuff that I always would have wanted to make happen, but man, you really can't skip the steps of the grind. You can't cheat the grind at all.
No.
So, it was just too early in hindsight. It was too early on in the game, man, for me to kind of throw that one out there. People loved the album. I wish I would have had my current engineers and stuff like that on the record, but that's a different story. I was going with who they were sending me to. I think I went down to Miami and got that record mixed and mastered, and it was really by some dudes that really didn't understand my sound and what I was going for and wanting to sound like as much as some people that I work with up here, man. So man, I learned a lot from that situation. It was only for one CD. I got to do the song with E40, got to chop it up, kick it with 40 a few times. And I wouldn't change nothing about it, man. Big learning experience, man. And almost when I fulfilled my contract, did the business side, got my record back from them at the end. It really just made me wanted to go, harder and do it all on my own. At that time. Yeah.
You see how humble he speak about?
Yeah, I know, right?
I got the future with E40. Like, hold on, that's a legend, bro.
No.
He's so humble. He just like,
this the goated sit down podcast. That's the GOAT right there, if you ask me. Yeah.
Shout out to the GOAT to sit down, bro. But you speak so humbly about having a future with E40. That's big. That's like people's dreams. Like, how did that expire? Like, explain that. Like,
M80 had like a working relationship with RJ, who's 40's manager still to this day, and 40 and them to an extent. So, and it cost a couple dollars and stuff like that. I tell you, it didn't cost as much back then as what it would cost now. I could tell you that. So for sure. For that, I'm grateful. And I always got the song, and who would have at that time? I was like, man, I was wowed by it. Like, man, who would have ever thought that I could even do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though having it didn't necessarily take me to the next level. And man, at that time, I didn't know enough about the business. I assumed, like a lot of artists would have assumed, getting a deal.
Yeah.
That you're going to take off. The machine knows what to do with you. They going whatever. It's just like anything else. When you get a promotion, you really then need to work even harder.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. So, in that situation, man, like I said, that whole thing was just a big learning experience, man. I learned a lot of do's and don'ts. And,
So with that experience, like, would you rather just be your own?
Oh yeah. Nothing's made me, so when I had that deal with RBC or whatever, some of the advice that they was giving me about start pushing your digital, get people to go. This was when streaming services and stuff like that was just coming in.
Yeah.
We could still press CDs and sell 1,500 CDs for $10 a piece and stuff like that, because so I'm listening to the label trying to tell me, look, don't press hard copies, push your digital and stuff like that. And all I'm hearing is, man, they trying to stop me from getting dollars physical, you know what I mean? But they were really just getting me ready for what was coming that I couldn't see,
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I had my time in that type of, film. It ain't my style. I'd rather be solo. I'd rather do my own thing. So
yeah.
I definitely understand that you rather be solo, not do a label. But like, if you gonna start your own label, like, is you getting artists
Man, not
Like, would you sign two things?
yeah.
You could just give him like Snickers and pop.
It's hard, you know me. I'll do anything in my power to like help another artist that I mess with and stuff like that. Right. But it's hard for me to like focus on getting another artist where they want to go when I'm still trying to come up.
Yeah,
right.
for
You know
sure.
what I mean? When I ain't where I want to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that wouldn't be good. I wouldn't be able to put my all into another person when I got to take time for me to still try to get where I'm get. Dudes like Grime, you know what I mean? Right. Really, they would Team Insomniac, but you know, these dudes are self-sufficient. They don't need me to tell them to do nothing. They know how to make a beat. They know how to rap. They know how to mix. They know how to.
They their own bosses.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're family and shit like that, but you know, they don't need me for nothing, you know.
Yeah, okay. What's the label anyway?
Team Insomniac,
Team
man.
Insomniac.
Yes,
Team
sir.
Insomniac.
Yes, sir.
So you got merch and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Where can they find that type of merch?
Man, I had the teaminsomniac.net going. I kind of took the website down when I first started it. It was like, you know, we was getting some good sales, and then it slowed down. It's always a fight between the digital and the physical for me, because I got a physical fan base. I don't really know how to describe it, but if you give people an option of order it off the website or come see me at the shop, they gonna come see me at the shop.
Yeah, because you more like an outside person. I see you outside most of the time.
Yeah.
Being digital, you like a hands-on. You always been like
And
that.
we've always been like that, man. At different times, like when I had the deal, and you know, Bleach tried to tell me at different times, you know, don't make yourself so accessible. Quit being so common with the people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I refuse, because I don't really care like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I don't care to be crazy famous or even be looked at by somebody like I'm whatever. If they don't look at me that way, I believe people can look at me in that way and I still be right there with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I never was able to make that adaptation to the shit, and I told him I wouldn't.
And that's what make you king of the South. Shout out to the king of the South.
Hey.
He's so humble, man. He don't want to, you know. Hey. I mean, how you can be like not regular, but you go be regular. You know, that take a lot to just be interactive with people, and you gotta really like a lot of love. Like a lot of people got love for you and a lot of support for you, so that mean a lot.
Man.
But you know, fast forward past music, let's get into personal. Like,
yeah,
let's get into personal. Like, man, you know.
Okay.
So I noticed that you stopped drinking. Like.
Yeah.
Like, why you stop drinking? Like, what transpired to that to be like, I'm done? Like,
oh man,
we had some wild with Chuck. Wasted Wednesday. Go ahead. Tell about Wasted Wednesday.
all right. Well, let's see. What it would have been the end of 2014. So yeah, it'll be 9 years in November.
wow.
So yeah, it's coming up on 9 years since I quit drinking.
Wow.
You know, from the time that I was like 14 to the time that I was like 30, man, like I stayed in trouble with the law. It was always something that I did when I was drunk. I tell people all the time, everybody knows somebody or got a friend or got a family member that, you know, they'll act a fool when they're drunk.
Yeah.
You know, they might duck you for a couple days if they did some stupid shit because they feel whatever.
Yeah.
You know, when you finally see them, they gonna apologize. You know how they gonna feel about it. But if you see a person on the same shit and you done got the same apology from them 20, 30, 50 times. Man, at what point is that apology not good enough, man? You know, you really not that sorry because you're not changing anything about yourself. And most of the time we would have a blast, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Every once in a while I would do too much, and I'd get involved and, you know, hurt people around me that I never intended to, and hurt myself.
Yeah.
So I got tired of that. I was just one of them people that alcohol seemed to be a vice of mine. I didn't have to drink every day, but whenever I did drink, I usually drank too much.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just did away with it altogether, man. And honestly, if I didn't quit doing it, man, I don't think I could have took care of all my kids in the way that I've been able to do, and still be doing music, and just keep my head above water, man. It was just something that that didn't agree with me. And plus, man, you know, you was there.
Yeah, for sure.
Pick 'em Up was there.
Yeah.
We're retarded, man. You know what I'm saying? We're retarded without the alcohol, man. Don't give us no alcohol, man.
For real.
Don't give us no alcohol, man. Shit, we're retarded enough.
So was it hard though when you?
Yeah, it was. It was real strange for like the first year, man.
Yeah.
Being in bar settings and stuff like that where I would always drink. It was, man. And it's taken a lot of discipline too, man, because everybody drinks socially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, that's hard. That's rough to get.
You know, almost every, you know, whether it be business, whether it be leisure.
Yep.
All right, cool. Let's meet up and have a drink.
Yeah.
That's the, you know.
That's a little thing. Yeah,
That's
the thing people say.
Yeah, that's like a standard meeting, you know.
Yeah.
I'd say after about like a year or two, it didn't matter. You know, the strip club was weird for a while, for probably a few years. Like, man, I don't know how I used to be up in here. You know what I mean? Like,
Look at it, look. Right.
definitely the alcohol. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. How you feel though on the inside? Like you ain't drinking. Like, don't that feel? Did you feel like a different type of, like a healthy feeling kicked in? Like, how did it feel? Like being off the drink. Like, when did you start feeling good after you stopped drinking?
Yeah, I'm quite sure that I'm in a whole lot better standing from not drinking the last 9 years than if I would have been drinking the past 9 years. You know, I smoke a lot. You know. But, you know, that's mostly for my nerves. So, you know, I probably ain't the most healthiest person in the world, but I'm probably more better off than what I would have been. And this is the thing that people need. People gotta be realistic when they're just one of them people that needs to leave it alone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people more than walk away from it in denial that they need to just, you know, leave it alone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. That's good though that you figure you did something wrong and you stopped, bro. Because
I mean, it wasn't just like one situation. It's, you know, all the situations, man. You know, it just and it was also at that time getting custody of my kids. Shortly right before that, it was just what I had to do, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Take care of them
That's
shorty.
good though, man. Chucky. So if he can do it, you know, anybody can do it. You know, like if you drinking and you feel like it ain't good for you, you know, he living proof that you can stop. So
Absolutely.
So shout out for being an inspiration to that too.
Yeah.
Humble, you know.
and every once in a while somebody asks me straight up, like, how did you just stop drinking? And I tell them, I say, you'll know when you're ready, because you gotta be tired enough.
Right.
Whatever got you contemplating or whatever, when you're ready, you'll know when you're tired enough, and then it just won't even be a question.
Yeah, for sure.
I know most people most people will set it down for like a year or two, and then go back out and
get that urge.
Yeah, but it's almost like it gave me over time. I get 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. People hit me up and ask me questions about it all the time. So it's almost like it gave me a responsibility of not only already have gotten sober, but staying sober.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Even though that's not what I was doing it for, I'm not trying to disappoint all these people that look to me to gain strength enough to do it for themselves, and then I go out and show them that
Yeah.
I said forget it and went back out. That's gonna make other people. Hey man, if Chuck ain't, then I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
no. For real.
So basically, like it just really just helped. So on another note, shout out to Chuck. He got a show coming up. You know what I'm saying? Let's speak about that. Let's speak about the show,
It's
man.
the second one too. Hold on. Let's take the first one.
Man, hey, he brings the city out from the south. Hey, the last show I went to, man, it was so packed. It got shut down, man. I'm all in McDonald's, all in the parking lot, all across the street,
Everywhere.
and we was there.
Yeah, man.
It was dope experience. Hey, and he let us put our clothes and merch in.
Yeah.
Come on,
Of course.
Hey,
Of course.
guess how much he charged? Not of y'all business, but he humble, he real, and I salute, man. I brought you up here, and we ain't pick one. I brought you up here to just give you your flowers, man.
Man,
We want to
I
give you your
appreciate
flowers
that,
from the
dude.
GOAT that sit down, talk, give him his flowers.
Yeah,
man.
man. 'Cause a lot of people don't know though. This thing. A lot of people don't know. Like Rock was saying, Chuck very humble, but they got to go through Chuck. You know what I'm saying? When you say Naptown, you say Chucky Workclothes, and everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? So they try to act like they don't know, but they got to go through him. You know what I'm saying? To the things they were doing. Even like you said, Well, I first started. I didn't even take this serious. I met Chuck at LJ's, a pub. I don't know if it's LJ's still.
Nah, it's closed.
It's closed. I met him at LJ's, man, and I went up and I forgot how I was up there and did the show. I think I was up there with a Gorilla Squad. Somebody. I think I was somebody up there, and I was doing it. He said, "Hey man, he said you funny as hell, man." I said, "Oh, for real, man?" I said, "Man, I checked out your music, man. I like what you're doing." He was like, "Man, we put something together." And man, we put something together, and I don't know how long ago, but maybe 13, 14 years ago. Mm-hmm. And man, ever since then, we just been rocking. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he always, everything that he do, like if it's a big show and things like that, he included on. You know what I'm saying? He included me. Yeah. He included me on this album that he had the record label, had the record deal with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? That's some historical event. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm on this album.
Right.
He's like, man, hey, I can't do this album without you.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Pick 'em Up got legendary skits on that album. Yeah.
Shout out to Chuck. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Chuck.
Hey, he done brought cities out with the ticket, like the Revoke tickets.
I'm telling you, Chuck. That's why I tell people, hey,
come on now.
Chuck got fans, man. Like,
come on.
Like, that's why I understand why he is still, you know what I'm saying, out here in the field outside, because he got fans that like come because of Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll do it like a major artist, man. Probably half of them fans got Team Insomniac shirts and merch on.
I saw it on my own eyes. Come on now. I did a show with him.
Yeah.
I had to go to Chuck to do a show at Beer Fountain.
Yeah. I remember Beer Fountain.
I remember when we opened for Big Crit at the Emerson, that was lit too.
That was lit. Come
on, man, I remember that.
That's all the way back there, Big Crit. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, such a humble guy, man.
Show me love.
I tell him all the time, man. I want you to run for mayor, man.
Chucky for the Southside mayor. Southside mayor, man. Man, it was like a pleasure to get you up here, man.
You said the Beer Fountain, no.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we used to have a good time
Come
over
on,
there,
what?
man.
Shout out to
Come on, out there, beautiful.
Shout out to B, man. Shout out to 82. Shout out to M82, man.
Man, bro, we done had the craziest.
Man.
You was drinking then, though.
Yeah, we was
You was in your prime.
we
then.
was doing a lot of drinking back then, man. Yeah.
Man, a lot of drinking.
Yeah, man.
From buying out the bar,
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
popping bottles of
Popping
the
bottles and everything, man. Oh.
bringing people. Everybody get drunk.
Everybody, that's what it was.
If you come to a Chucky or Split Seed show, you gonna be drunk. Bro.
Drunk. Yeah.
Drunk in the mug, man.
Yeah, there ain't no way around it.
We're gonna be drunk, bro.
Yeah.
And Chucky pick him up on a lot of shows,
A
man.
lot. That's what I said, man. He put me on so much, man, that, you know what I'm saying? You know how people are like doing stuff and he out there. Like I said, we come from entertainment, but it's two different. You know what I'm saying? I do comedy and he do rap. Man, we just able always to put it together. And he never counted me out. Like, never. He don't care what the circumstance was. If he can get me in or anything, he always put me on.
Always puts you
Man,
on.
so I appreciate that myself. That's why I said this is a different one for me because, you know what I'm saying, he looked out for me like every time. He ain't say, you got to give me this, you got to do this, you got to, you know what I'm saying, nothing. He just was like, I'm on the show, you on the show. I'm doing a album, I got a record deal, you on the album. You know what I'm saying?
And
that go a long way.
love.
That's bigger than, you know what I'm saying, the music and the entertainment business.
Right.
So
For sure, bro. That's bigger than that, man.
Yeah.
You owe me some money for doing all them shows, man. I know I signed you. I know I signed you with no money, boy. You know? But you got to give me 80% of your revenues. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chuck though, man. Shout out to Pick 'em Up, man.
let's talk about the Monster Music Bash, man. Second time, baby.
Second annual, man.
Second one.
August 26th.
August 26th, y'all heard it. August the 26th. Where the tickets at? Where can you get the tickets from? Is the tickets out? Where?
Yeah. So online at Eventbrite, you know, if you type in second annual Southside Monster Music Bash, you know, it'll pop right up right there. Or if you see this, which I'm sure you will beforehand.
Yeah, for sure.
Just hit me in that DM. I'll send you the link straight over if you have any trouble finding it. Or you can stop by 2412 East Raymond at the 203 Event Center or at the Pull Up Grill. Get you some commemorative physical tickets. Man, whatever you want to do, just if you're not familiar with it and you know any of us and you're just checking this out, man, come check it out, man.
Right,
you know,
right.
you might be surprised, man. You might come down there and have a great time because, man, I'm talking about we had a blast last year, man.
Yeah.
It was a different kind of feeling. Maybe them outside shows just feel good, you know what I mean? But
no fight.
It really had a feel good vibe, man, the whole time, and I'm thinking it's gonna be that. And I'll be honest with you, I got my actual phone number on the flyers. I've got a lot of texts and a lot of calls from outside of who we're already connected with. This is people, you know, I've never spoke to before, you know, hitting me directly, asking questions about tickets. I'm giving them the information. Okay. So it's expanding. I'm hoping the annual Monster Bash thing, you know, really keeps expanding and just becoming a bigger and bigger event every single year. And honestly, I think it will. We got more people wanting to vend this year. We got more people wanting to bring their food trucks out. Yep. People liked how we let some of the nicer cars on the lot last year. People want to bring their cars out. So, yeah.
Goated will be in the building,
man. Definitely.
Well, guess who I had to go through? Chucky Workclothes.
Work is not a myth,
giving me that platform to be in the building. Goated, sit down, talk. Yeah. Will be in the building. But I ain't gonna let you get away without mentioning giving back to the kids for back to school, man. How was that?
Well, so for the past, you know, few years there, 203 Event Center / Pull Up Grill, you know, it's honestly, as far as the back to school drives and stuff like that, I can only take a small portion of the credit because there's even people over there like, you know, Tiffany, KO, Billy,
Shout out to them.
Man, they're all involved in that, and Tiffany did a lot of work.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, like a lot of work. Like she really held it up. Now, don't get me wrong, we all contribute.
Right.
But man, you know the amount of work that it takes, and I don't know if you've seen it. A couple weeks ago when we had it, man, that line all the way back into the Burger King parking lot, covering around. So man,
blowing the train smoke, baby.
We did real good, man. I think we accommodated about 200 kids with backpacks full. Not just a backpack, but full of supplies.
Wow.
200 of them this year, man.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
man, what keep you
we're
going?
Real super proud of that, man.
What keep you going, man? What keep giving back and just keep being humble, man? Sometimes it get hard being humble around all the fakes.
I appreciate y'all telling me, about being humble and stuff like that. But everybody that really, really knows me depends on what we're talking about and who we're talking about, if I'm going to be humble or not.
I like that.
I can, in certain ways, I can be the whole complete
Absolutely
opposite too.
Absolutely. I saw you. You was drunk too.
Yeah, I know. When you brought up the alcohol and stuff like that, and I know how Pick 'em Up does. We could have got into some whole other stuff, but what keeps me going? So I always want to stay humble with my people, and
right.
Like I said, they can come see me at the shop. We don't have to, But I do carry a chip on my shoulder when it comes to rap shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that keeps me going. It's not only that, but all of us still got the next plateau. We still trying to get to where we're going. We should never be content. So
right, for sure.
That keeps me going. I feel like my music, it's still got relatable content, man. It's still rap in its purest form because it's me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I ain't never made a record because somebody else made a record, so let me do this way. Nah. Yeah. It's still rap in its purest form, man, because it's me. Yeah. So I've always taken my music to heart and what it is doing and isn't doing, and what people got to say about it. Because I didn't make no records that don't have nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to make some money, or I want to get some girls, or I want to be famous. Everything that I said on the record was about my real life. I got my heart invested in it. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So
for sure.
That all keeps me going.
Yeah.
And I do carry a necessary chip on my shoulder when it comes down to it. And I'm probably underrated a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, okay, y'all my dudes.
Right.
I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna talk to you like that. But as far as stuff like this, I usually let other people say this shit about me. You know what I'm saying?
Being humble. And there you go, being humble again.
and hopefully, that's what we gonna continue to do. You know what I mean?
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I got one last thing though. Like how you stay busy but continue to always be there for your kids. I see you like
man, it ain't
always there.
I remember when I got custody of my kids. I thought that was going to be the end of me being able to, move around, go out of town, do shows. We was touring a lot back then, me and Bleeding, different ones we would jump on and stuff like that. Yeah. But it didn't matter. I had a responsibility, to be my kid's dad before any rap stuff or what even what I wanted for myself in my heart didn't matter as much as me being my kid's dad.
Yeah.
So, you know, when stuff had to get put on the back burner at different times, but it's like, man, the less I worried about, you know, how much I was able to get done, and you know how, you know, being a full-time dad was gonna affect my progress, man, the more I was able to sit back and let things come to me.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? The opportunities never stopped. You know,
Yeah.
we was able to juggle everything, and just being a dad didn't do nothing but just give me more content, more of a in-depth life that I'm living. I got new experiences that I can rap about now.
Yeah, for sure.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at a time I thought it was gonna be impossible, but man, in reality, it really saved me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really might be the reason why I'm still able to do it, because if it wasn't for that, who's to say how it would have went? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. It had to been hard though. I mean, I ain't gonna say it had to been hard, but I know it had to been some trials and tribulations you had to go to adjust, to adapt to that situation, because a full-time father is like, it's different for us, you know, fathers of females type time, because we the providers, we really got most of our time is out trying to make sure they eat.
Yeah.
So being able like to juggle both of those, man, I know that it was like obstacles. Like, tell me a little bit about that. Like, how you get through that?
Man, there was obstacles, but the other side of that is I've always been blessed, or since I've been doing this music thing, I've always been blessed to have people around that was really down with me and would do things and sacrifice with me and make things happen, you know, so we could keep this thing going. Whether it be, you know, girlfriends that I had at the time that would watch the kids, so I could go on the road and not have to miss stuff. And, you know, my grandparents, you know, my grandma helped me a lot. It just, you know, was spending time. My daughter Cheyenne, her grandma's helped me a lot. You know what I mean? Then, you know, so man, it's been a blessing too, man. People that, you know, really got love for me, man, making sure that I didn't never have to really miss no opportunity. Now, don't get me wrong. I've had to, like, you know, I haven't been able to tour as consistently as what I once was, but you know, we wasn't making no money anyways. You know what I mean? So
it take a village, man. So,
So
that's a good thing that you guys have. You had a village to be able to do that, man.
No, they really did. And just like how, you know, y'all give me my props and praises and stuff like that for stuff that I do. And I appreciate it, but you know, the same goes for people like y'all and stuff like that. Y'all have really always done that for me, so it's like full circle for real.
Oh yeah,
yeah, for sure, bro. I just
know
had to
what I mean?
give you your flowers, man.
Nah.
Because, I mean, I know you so humble, man. Sometimes people need to know that. Like, I mean, I know you probably know, but sometimes people need to know from some people. Sometimes be like, hey, we see you. You know, we proud of your process, your progress, and to acknowledge what you're doing, you know?
Nah, yeah, it definitely means a lot, man. And just like everybody else, yeah, it is good to hear it sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's like, man, I didn't do all this work. I didn't, you know.
Right.
It ain't go in vain, you know?
Sacrifice, like, you know, true story. People, let's just talk about one incident, like, right? So pick 'em up was definitely there. I feel like you was there, maybe not, like my 30th birthday at the Rock House.
Yeah.
So, you know,
It was fat in that joint.
I'm talking about, hey, but check this out. Do you remember though? Man, how many artists did we put on stage?
Man.
And look, I ain't never told this story fully in depth, so it's about to go down. This is exclusive.
Okay, exclusive on the go.
So this is just an example, man, of shit you got to deal with. Like, so first off, Man, shout out to Heather over there.
Yeah.
She always, Heather, wherever you at, we appreciate you for everything you did for us.
Yeah.
What was the sound dude's name?
Sammy. Was it Sammy?
No, Sammy was
Sammy
the security dude. Who was the sound man?
Long dude.
Long hair.
Dude.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name. I know you're talking about though.
Yeah, yeah. We hate you. We still hate you to this day. We hate
man.
For real.
you. Don't hate a lot of people, but we hate you.
Damn.
Because he come from like a rock background, and he couldn't even cover up the fact that he didn't like us over there. Even though we was the ones keeping the lights on over there. You know what I mean?
I remember the Rock House.
Yeah,
it just clicked.
He liked the rock and the heavy metal and stuff like that. And they had a lot of bar regulars that was partial to that. But like he couldn't hold it in. So, all right, it's my 30th birthday. You know.
Yeah.
That's like a milestone birthday, you know what I mean? So it's big. I don't know, pick them up. Will we pick them up, hosting the show. We probably ran 20 to 25 acts, maybe even 30. I mean, we ran as many acts on the stage and put on as we could, right?
Yeah.
Just to get to the end of the night and Mark the sound man.
That's his name.
Yeah. Exactly. I called it. Man, he's back there huffing and puffing, and come on, man, it's 3:00. We done put the whole city on the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just want my little time. Sound guy huffing and puffing, man. Really hates the rap stuff and shit like that. And we was the ones, keeping the lights on. But I mean, that's just an example of something we worked hard for, put on the stage for everybody else, just for us to not even get to do what we came to do. And stuff like
man,
that.
That's crazy.
And that's okay though, because damn near 10 years later, some people still talk about that show.
Yeah,
man.
You know what I mean?
Wow,
Man.
I remember those days.
Man, it was like 500 people there. That is the biggest show I've ever seen from somebody, what they would say local, but you're a national, from a local artist from the Southside put on in Nap I've ever seen.
You say local artists from the where?
From the Southside.
Well, who?
I punish one of these niggas, bitch. On my life, I will. I swear to God. I really be outside, nigga. I really be on that type of time, nigga. I really do. Bro, it's facts, though. I'm about to tell you about my real life. Swear to God, I'm about to speak about my real life.